Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? This is Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. All right, somebody was asking me about the feet, the feet of the dog. And like I said, if any of you want to sign up for the mentorship program, hit me up. You know what I mean? It's $50 a month. And we're doing some pretty good things over there right now, getting in a good groove. A lot of information, and like I said, I've said this in a few videos lately, this would be one of the videos that would probably usually be on there. But, you know what I mean, we will go with this. Now, the foot, right? And I notice, it can be confusing when you're having puppies. And you want to know how or where the dog is supposed to be at. Now, I'll tell you what. You have the digital pads, which that's basically what you would like. Let's just call them fingers up front. Then you have the metacarpal pad. That's the bigger part. The part that's usually shaped like that. But anyway, that's the metacarpal pad is designed for where the dog should be carrying most of the weight. For more than one reason, you want the weight there. For one, the metacarpal pad should be aligned very, very well with the dog's leg. So that means that the shock of the weight is going directly, evenly distributed straight up the bones. It should, if the dog is built properly, the metacarpal will go straight up. I don't know what this thing is doing, but anyway, the metacarpal should go straight up into the what's that? Oh man, I'm not about to do anatomy on these dogs, but y'all know. To the lower leg, I was about to give y'all the medical term. I'm tired. Then to the upper leg, straight into the shoulders. It should be very, very much 90 degree-ish. Boom. The reason being is because if there is that's a weight distribution thing. If it's very, very straight, the weight distribution will be evenly placed throughout all of these bones into the shoulders, which, you know what I mean, it lightens the load on all of the bones. If you have a situation, say for instance, where the dog is back on the carpal pad, which is that little pad that sort of, you see the big one, then you see a little pad back there, and you see a lot of dogs that lay back on their pasterns pretty tough. What's starting to happen is the weight distribution is very, very heavy on the lower leg bone. Now, when that weight distribution gets very, very heavy on the lower leg bone, generally what the dog will do is it will sort of cock the legs outward to relieve that stress, because of course you don't want that leg to snap. This is when you start to get more of a bold effect, where the leg will cock out and you'll start to see the abnormality going that way, because it's just a constant thing of the puppy trying to find a way to be comfortable, and when it's not, of course, little brat being crazy. You can't take everything from everybody. But as I was saying, it'll change their posture. And what happens, and I've explained this to you guys like many times, is one issue leads to another. It's almost like an athlete who suffers an injury and then it makes for more injuries. Like as they mess up a knee, as they are on their comeback trail, a lot of times they'll have groin issues, or they'll have the other knee starts to hurt, or the hip hurts, because it's compensation for what's actually hurting. And this is meant to all run together and be evenly distributed at all times. Now, as I say, another thing that you would want to do is the digital pads, which is, the fingers, let's call them the fingers or the toes, I guess would be a better way to say it is, you don't want to be standing in front of your dog and see those raised up towards you. That means pretty much that, it's too far back on the metacarpal, and we're starting to have a problem. You're probably going to start having a problem in the joints early. You're going to start to notice a transformation in the way that the dogs are standing. Over due time, this can just transfer, and cause a lot of different issues. One of the things that people do is they raise the dog's bowls a lot. I think strengthening starts from basic exercise, walking. Of course, there are many different supplements that support bone growth and proper bone growth that can help your dog, can help your dog grow the right way. I notice a lot of the dogs that have this issue typically are dogs that stay crated too much and don't get a chance to get out and run. Not letting gravity take its course, not letting, which a lot of people forget about, the muscles in the feet. There are muscles in those paws that need to be strengthened. If those muscles are not strengthened, they cannot hold the bones in proper placement. This is why, some people be like, oh man, can a dog's feet tighten up? Absolutely, a dog's feet can tighten up as they get stronger. But if you are one of the people who leave your dogs crated, in that small crate where they can't even stand good for, 16, 18 hours a day, that they're not getting any real exercise or anything, it's going to be hard for them to strengthen. And we have to remember, all of our anatomies are the same way. Even with people, you notice men or women who stay physically fit tend to have a lot better posture, stand more upright, walk a lot more upright and everything. When you notice that a person is maybe overweight or a little bit more elderly and not quite in the condition that they used to be in, or whatever the case may be, you'll notice that posture is typically different. They move different. It looks like more of a struggle than it does for somebody who's fit and in shape and moving well. So, with all that being said, it's a must that you pay close attention to how your dog is standing on his paws, and work on them feet. I've done a video before where I talked about the importance of keeping the nails cut properly and taking care of nail maintenance and everything. But your foundation is the feet. If the feet start to go, I promise you, your dog's whole conformation will start to go, because eventually it'll even start to affect their back. It can affect the way they stand in the rear. It can affect so many different things, and it all starts there. So I know you guys, even when you're looking to buy a puppy, don't buy a puppy with bad feet. Don't buy a puppy with terrible feet. It will kill everything long term. It's rare that you see a lot of dogs with great conformation but bad feet. The reason being is because as time went on, the feet destroyed the rest of the conformation. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's pretty rough. Until next time, you guys, much love. Peace.